Hello Warrior Chefs. So I'm out again today. I've got the UCO grill with me and the tomshoo twig stove. And I'm going to do myself steak, mushrooms, fried potatoes and a peppercorn sauce. So the UCO mini grill is loaded up with some paper, some twigs and some charcoal briquettes. And tomshoo is loaded up with some twigs and paper. So let's go over to the grill, take the grill off it, get me lighter and let's fire it up and get it ready for a bit of cooking. So let's just take the grill off, get in there with me lighter and fire the grill up, because it'll take 5-10 minutes this grill before it is ready to cook on. So I've got a couple of potatoes with me, so let's start peeling them. And look at me go, I'm like a peeling machine. Yeah, so a couple of nice big potatoes, and I'm just going to chop these up small and fry them. So let's just quickly peel the other one. There you go, second potato peeled, get them last couple of bits off. Chuck that lot down in my little rubbish bag. And let's just chop them up into little pieces. So I'm just slicing them up, doing nice little chunks. Cut this one up. And then I'll just boil them for a little bit. And then I shall fry them up in the frying pan with some other bits. And they will be really tasty, these potatoes. Trust me, you lot will be getting hungry again at home watching this one. I'd pause it now and go and do yourself something to eat, because otherwise, in a minute when this lot starts cooking, you will all be starving. So I've just got my little titanium pot down, chop these potatoes up in little chunks, and put them in the pot ready to boil. So just chop the last couple of little bits up, and that's it, my pot is nearly full up. Last little bit, chop it up, put it in there. So there you have it, nice pot full of little chopped up potatoes. So let's go over to tomshoo, light him up, because I'll boil the potatoes on this one. There you go, that'll go up good. Let's get some water into the pot. And that's it, potatoes are ready to go. Fold the handles out, put the lid on, pop that up on the stove. So I've got half a big white onion with me, so let's take the brown skin off of that. I don't want that in there. And let's chop the onion up. So I'm just going to chop this onion up into little small pieces. And I shall fry this onion up in with the potatoes, because it will give the potatoes a lovely flavour. So I'll just get rid of that little end bit there, because I don't want that in my dinner. So I'll just chop up these last little bits. Chop that bit there, and that's it, onion is done. So I'll just whack a few more twigs into tomshoo, get a few slightly bigger ones going in there. So let's get that one in there. Let's get another one in there. And I'll put one more in there, and that shall keep him going for a little bit. Just put that nice little one in there, and that's it. That'll keep tomshoo burning for a while. So let's go back to my chopping board, because I've got some tomatoes to chop up. I'll do them now. So again, nice little cherry tomatoes that I got off my next door neighbour. I just chop them up into little pieces, because again I'm going to fry these up in with the potatoes. So that's one done. Let's do another one. And then I've got some mushrooms to chop up, but I'm going to chop a few up and throw them in with this lot and the potatoes to fry. And I shall do a few whole mushrooms on the grill just to have as they are. So let's chop this one up into little bits, and I'll fry this one up in with the potatoes. Chop it up in nice little bits. Chop them big bits up so they all fry down nice in with the potatoes. So these will be nice, these potatoes. Bit of onion, bit of mushroom, bit of tomato fried in with them. So that's it, that's that mushroom chopped. And shall I do another one? Yeah, why not? Let's have another mushroom fried up in the potatoes. Be tasty with a load of mushroom in there. And then them other ones I shall do on the grill. So let's have a quick check on my potatoes. Yeah, look, they're boiling away lovely. And they really won't take that long to soften up boiling like that, because they was only small, them little bits, so they won't take long. So let me get my frying pan, put it on top of the grill, and then I shall put this lot I've just chopped up in it and start that lot cooking. And like with this little grill, although it is a grill, you can use it with a frying pan and pots and pans and that, so you can use it like a normal sort of cooker. So it is a good all-rounder really, this grill, because you can use it like this, fry yourself a nice breakfast. You could use it with little pots and that, cook a load of stuff on it. You can grill on it, and you can take the grill off, and you can use it as a fire pit. So it's very versatile, this old grill. You could do everything with it really. So I have got a nice big T-bone sirloin steak, and this was a yellow ticket find as well. So this was a great find, this bit of steak. Look, big fat juicy T-bone sirloin. Now you know that's going to be good. So I am having a proper nice dinner tonight, ain't I? And what you lot got for dinner tonight? Oh, egg and chips? No, I'm not saying anything. I like egg and chips. It's a good one. And it's better than that microwave macaroni cheese that you had last night. So let me just get my nice T-bone open. Yeah, so I had to buy this, innit? As soon as I see this in the yellow ticket thing, I'm like, right, I'm having that. So I went and bought myself that creamy peppercorn sauce to go with it. So there she is, look, that's a lovely bit of steak, look at that. So I'm just going to wash my hands because I've been touching the raw bit of meat. So let's go back to tomshoo, put a few more twigs in there because that's burnt through that lot already. They do go through twigs quick, these twig stoves, so if you start cooking with one of these, make sure you got a big pile of twigs ready to go, because it's surprising how many they burn through, especially if you're trying to keep them going for a while. So let's get in there with my fork now and have a little check on the potatoes, because they are probably done now, because I only want to soften them up a little bit. I'm not making mash. And yeah, they are done. So I'm going to take them off the potatoes and then get them frying. So let's take them off, because now they've softened up, they will quickly turn to mash, and then they will be no good to fry. You'll end up with bubble and squeak, which is still tasty, but that is not what I'm cooking today. So I'm just pouring the water out of the potatoes, and then I shall throw them into that frying pan with that lot there, and then move it back onto tomshoo, and then I'll do my steak on the grill. So there you go, that's the potatoes in there. So move them over onto tomshoo and get that lot cooking away now. So I'll just give it a quick little stir round, mix it all up. And I've got quite a lot in here for this little tiny frying pan. I might have overloaded it a little bit, but never mind, it'll still cook. So let's get my nice big fat juicy T-bone steak onto the grill now. And look at that, the grill's nearly full up with that steak. It is only small, this little grill. Look at that, that's a thick, lovely bit of steak, that is. And I'm really not going to cook this steak for that long, so if you've got a nice bit of steak like this, you might want to cook it a bit longer than me. And you have to flip it quite a lot, the steak, else it will burn, because what happens is the fat out of the steak drops down into the grill and makes the grill flare up like that. So you need to keep flipping your steak, else you will quite quickly burn it. And that goes with anything that like fat drips out of. Anything with a lot of fat on it, you need to flip it a lot, because it will make your stove burst into flames like that. So let's just give me potatoes another little stir around. And yeah, they're cooking nicely. Oh no, did you see that? I flipped one over the edge. Oh no, potato overboard. See, I have got too many in here. So look, the steak's cooking away lovely. That's not too far off done for me, really, that steak. See, and I told you, at the beginning, you should have paused the video and gone and got something to eat, because now you are looking at that, you are all dribbling again at the telly. You are all sitting there starving, thinking, oh, look at that lovely bit of steak he's got. And it is your own fault, because I did warn you at the beginning. I said, later, this is going to look really good. You're going to want to get yourself something to eat. But none of you listened. Well, apart from you, mate, who did pause it and went out in the kitchen and microwaved a couple of sausage rolls. And that nice lady, that lady sitting there, who paused it and went out in the kitchen and got a Scotch egg and a packet of Frazzles. So apart from them two, all the rest of you, it's your own fault that you are now starving and dribbling at the telly. So let's just give the potatoes another little flip about. Yeah, they're cooking away good. Yeah, they've been nice, them potatoes. And let's have a look at my steak, because I reckon my steak's done now. Yeah, look. God, that smells lovely, that steak. It's heavy as well. This is a good bit of steak. Yeah, so I'm happy with my steak. That is done, that is. I'm going to take that off and leave it to rest. Let's get my little camping plate down. And let's take my bit of steak off. Yeah, that's done nicely. So let's put that on my plate and just leave that sitting there to rest. And let's put some mushrooms on, get them grilling. Now, I don't like mushrooms cooked loads, so you might want to cook mushrooms if you're doing them like this for a bit longer than me. I don't like them when they start going all soggy, so I won't cook the mushrooms that long. And I'm going to get my peppercorn sauce on now. Now I did cheat and buy a packet of peppercorn salts. Now I know I could have made one, but they're only cheap, these little packets, so I just bought one. And this one I've got with me today, you make it with milk. So I had milk there in my little flask to do it. So I need 350 millilitres of milk. And then let's get me packet of peppercorn salts and mix it into the milk. And then you just cook it for a little bit. But keep an eye on it though, because the moment that milk boils, with the heat of a stove, it will go mental and all come frothing out the top like a volcano. So you have to keep an eye on it when you're doing anything with milk on one of these stoves or one of these grills, because they are kicking out a lot more heat than your cooker in the kitchen will be. So I've just put my little pot up onto the grill. I put that last little mushroom in there, and I really won't take long now to finish cooking this lot, because it won't take long to do this sauce, it really won't. So I'll just give that a nice stir, and then I'll give me potatoes another flip around. Yeah, they're looking nice, them potatoes. Yeah, they're smelling good as well, that lot. Little shake. Oh no, I dropped another one. Potato number 2, overboard. So I'm going to just pull the little stalk bits out of the mushrooms and put the mushrooms back on there that way up. And then I shall cook the little stalk bits on their own. And then once they are cooked, I shall do what I normally do, and that is chop them up and throw them into the peppercorn sauce. So that's the mushrooms turned, and not too far off done for me, them mushrooms. Like I said, I don't like them when they start going really soggy. So that's had a minute. Let's turn my mushrooms over again. Yeah, they've done enough for me, them mushrooms. So all I'm waiting on really is that peppercorn sauce to come to the boil. And then I am done and ready to go. It's not far off, another minute or two and I will be ready to dish up. So what I'm going to do now, because I always do this, is chop the little stalk bits up, and I'm just going to throw them bits into the peppercorn sauce because it'll give it a nice mushroomy flavour as well. So it's a good one now, it really does add a lot of flavour to one of them sauces. Just put a little bit of mushroom in it. So I just chop this last bit of stalk up. Chuck it into my pot there with the sauce. And that's it, I'll give it a little stir round. And I'm done really. So that's it, I'm going to call it on that and start dishing up. So let's just put my fork over there. And let's get the potatoes off and start putting them onto the plate. So take them off the tomshoo, yeah, they're done. So let's put all them onto the camping plate beside my lovely big T-bone steak. Yeah, look at that. Looking good. You could have this just like that. But a few mushrooms and a peppercorn sauce will take it to another level. You could have it just like that with a bit of hot sauce over it. If you put some reggae sauce on that steak, that would be tasty just like that. So let me just move the peppercorn sauce over onto tomshoo now, because that needs another minute, and tomshoo is probably going hotter than this grill at the minute. So look at that. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I should open a steakhouse? Because I could do, innit? And then I'd have WFC, McWarriors, the tent peg grill, and I could have a steakhouse. Oh, what would I call it? I could call it the Greedy Warrior, or Twigs and Meat, or Warrior's Smoky Grill. Yeah, I'll have a little think about that. So I might do a steakhouse as well then, innit? But it will be the same as the other ones, because I don't want no fussy people in there. I don't want no one in there saying, oh, can I have mine without mushrooms? Can I have mine without tomato? I don't like tomato. I'm not having none of that. So there will be a sign on the door saying, no fussy people. All food served as is. Take it or leave it. So let's get me mushrooms down onto the plate, 'cause they are well done now, them mushrooms. Put them on top of me steak there. Put them that way up, and then I can fill them up with peppercorn sauce. Yeah, look at that. That's a man's plate of food. So let's give this a last little stir. And it could have done with another minute, this sauce, to thicken right up, but I can't be bothered to wait, so I'm going to have it as it comes. Take it or leave it. So that'll do. Let's pour this on the top here. So look at that. Peppercorn sauce with a few little bits of mushroom in it. So let's pour it on. Oh, I'm looking forward to eating this. I know this is going to be so tasty. It is a little bit runny, that sauce, so I'm going to pour some on, put that bit back on the stove there, let that thicken up, and I shall pour that bit on in a minute. But I'm done, look. Look at that. Steak, fried potatoes with onion, tomato and mushroom, a few grilled mushrooms and a peppercorn sauce. Happy days, look at that. Although your egg and chips tea is nice, it is not as nice as my big plateful of steak, potatoes and mushrooms. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and then you'll be able to join me again and see what tasty, delicious treats I am cooking next.